So at that point, that's really where you're really going to get the most effectiveness out of the medication, the best bang for your buck per se, in helping you guys in what you guys are trying to achieve. And that's good health and protecting that liver and protecting yourselves against all these different things that are out there. Plus, after a hard night per se or a long night, if you do take glutathione, it should help along with that too, help your recovery as far as recovering to feeling normal and feeling back to yourself. So glutathione has a lot of different benefits. It's all benefits. There's no negative side effects of glutathione. And like I said, it's producing your body naturally in the liver. It just gets depleted over time or depleted from these different things like the environment or sickness or these different things out there. So give your body what you guys should, and that's really the best. So glutathione is definitely it. So if you guys have any questions about glutathione or any of our other therapies, please give us a call or text at 727-389-3220. We'll be happy to help you guys out. It's very simple. Even for glutathione, there's no blood work needed. So it's basically you just fill out the new patient paperwork. You're going to see our medical provider via video conference. You're good to go.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions about blood work. So maybe I'll put something up on my story or maybe post something to just give you guys an idea of what we do have that requires blood work and what we have that doesn't require blood work. Because a lot of times people be like, is that the one with the blood work? Is this and that? So what I'll do is I'll put something together, guys, and I'll post so you can see these are the ones you need blood work, or these are the ones that don't. And if you guys do need to fill out the new patient paper, you can click on the link in my bio on my Instagram, or just go to the Titan page and click that. The link tree has everything right there. It has the YouTube, the Instagram, the Facebook, the podcast, the new patient paperwork. So once you fill out that new patient paperwork, you're like your own accountant. You're like you're managing your own thing. Fill it out, send it in to us, and you can just literally just order it like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a liability thing. You got to fill out the form first, and then you get the stuff in the mail. It's so easy, guys. Like it's
you guys
real,
see the
real
medical
easy.
provider, and then you
Right. So as soon as, and when he means by see your medical provider, that could be done over Skype or FaceTime.
Yep.
So you don't have to travel in here to see your medical provider. You can literally sit at home on your lunch break, whatever, and Skype have a conversation with the medical provider. Next thing you know, you're checking the tracking every day, excited, waiting for your package to come. It's that easy, guys. So when we say all you gotta do is fill it out and get it, it's that simple. It's real simple.
It's very simple, very easy, like Drew said.
Yeah, I do everything from my phone. I do everything. I like my phone better than a tablet. I like my phone better than a desktop.
Yeah.
So everything can be done from your phone. A lot of times people can work their phone real good, but they don't know how to get on a desktop or don't know how to navigate in between screens. True. Everything can be done through your phone. It's so easy. It's
very simple and very easy, guys. So what's up, guys? Everybody joining us. Tokens World, Robert Clark, Boz, Robin Los DeLeo, Insta Bucket, Zip Code, Big Irishman in the house. Ash K, what's going on? David, how you doing? Lip, Michael Valderidis. Sorry. Sid Dynamite, big shout out to you and Gino out there. Hope all is well. So, Jay Jacobs, I mean, these are all
Dwayne
earlier,
Day on
right?
Too. I know he's becoming a regular, Dwayne Day. I like the regulars. Irishman, Hulk Squad, Dwayne Day. You guys are here every week.
This is a good one. So, if you guys didn't check out social media, Big Drew sent me this video, and he was, I don't know where you were at, but he was doing a T-bar row, and he said, I guess he broke the bar, like literally, because all the weight. So what happened, Drew? Tell me about this.
Well, basically, it's just a regular T-bar. I don't know if you guys know what a T-bar is. It's basically a bar with two handles shaped into a T, and normally it has a pad on it. You grab it with two hands, but I was doing it with one hand. I like to just stand in front of it and just do one arm. So as I was doing one arm, I'm not sure if it was the momentum or what. And then as soon as I went to my last rep, it just popped off, like literally popped clean off. So I mean, I'm mad I didn't get it on video. Right. You know me, I wish I would have had the video for it, because anybody could just walk up to a broken machine, said they did it. But it actually felt good. Yeah. Like people were like, "Oh no, you broke the machine." I was amped. I was like, "Man, it feels good." I've broken machines before. I was actually at that same gym. I'm not gonna say what gym it is, because the gym's a good gym. Yeah. I'm not gonna knock the gym. It happens that every machines break.
That's the equipment, right?
Yeah, but I was doing a row, and the cable popped off. I don't know if you guys look at my Instagram from last year. Ooh. I'm at the same gym holding the cable, and it's kind of like,
that's scary.
The thing coming down. So
that's scary.
Yeah, it kind of tweaked my back a little bit, but yeah, it felt good to actually break a bar. A lot of times people say break the bar, the bar. But it felt good to actually
literally
break
do it.
The bar. Yeah. It felt good. It felt good.
I see it all. I go, oh my God, in true Drew style, this is what really going on. So it was really, really awesome. So
it was definitely that Hercules was flowing. I mean, I kind of, that day was that was one of those days where I just, in that mood, just, I don't care what happens. I don't care if I throw up. I don't care if my hands hurts. And it was a good day, good workout.
Big Iris just said, holy shit, 6 plates, man. Funky Noodle Chickens, Titan Brothers. Oh my God! So
6 plays, 1 arm. Next week, actually, you know what? Next time I'm in that gym, if they fix the bar, another bar, I'm gonna put 7 plates on there. 1 arm rows.
I mean,
just for the
gym owner
Irish
wants you to do that now. But man, Drew, you can't come back.
No, I'm actually friends with the gym owner of that gym. Me and him are good. Me and him have been good friends for a while. And I actually gave him some ideas when he took over the gym. So I mean, I like the gym.
All right, so we got another Tom Doyle, Javier. What's going on? All right, so the next question was Trevor Welch. Do you think being in the military, you can still do this process and take these things to maintain healthy hormone levels? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So you can still be in the military and have optimal levels and health. If you need it, right? You might not need it. So that's where the blood testing really comes into play to see what's really going on inside. Now, anybody can do the injectable vitamin amino acids without blood testing. There's different therapies like peptides and stuff like that. But the injectable vitamin amino acids are just that. So they're not going to be able to go against you for something like that, even if it's injectable. It is prescribed by a medical doctor or a nurse practitioner. And at that point, you guys are coming to a real medical clinic. So this is literally like a prescription medication as far as that goes. So they can't really say anything to you for that. And there's nothing that goes against the ban as far as military-wise. We have a lot of service members that do this. Yeah. So it's very simple and a very easy process. And for you guys like that, we give you guys a discount if you guys are military, active, if you guys are veterans. So you guys just got to provide proof. I've actually had people, and the reason we've had to do this is because some people have been dishonest about that, which is very, very shameful.
Yeah, this isn't Applebee, guys. This isn't Applebee's where you just say, "Yeah, I'm in the military. Oh, we'll give you a discount."
Yeah, no, I hate to ask them, to provide that, but we do have to get that just to verify that that's what it is. So, and our Leos out there or first responders, same thing. You can tell them John said to get the Leo or first responders discount, and you guys get taken care of too as well. The only thing that doesn't go for is the peptides. But everything else, as far as that goes, you guys will get taken care of. What's going on, guys? So, next topic here. All right. I wish I could work out if it wasn't for these two. So when Dwayne Day, he's recovering from shoulder surgery. He said he wished he could work out. So you know how that is, chomping the bit when you have an injury.
Yeah. What I would say is whenever I'm injured, my diet is on point.
Yeah.
Because I know physically I can't do anything.
Yep.
So I know I just try to keep my diet on point, whether I'm trying to bulk or cut, but I just make sure my hydration and diet is on point when I'm injured.
So, Dwayne, or everybody out there, here's really where it comes into play. So, if you have an injury that's debilitating you and doing certain things like exercising per se, or working out, here's the time to really sharpen your mind, all right, and sharpen up your nutrition, your diet, what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, this is really the time because you know what? Your mind is something, it's like a muscle. As far as that goes, you need to train it, you need to work it out, and that's really reading, learning, educating yourselves because knowledge is power. So at that point, you can have a strong mind and a strong body to go with it. Yeah. And then when that time comes to, to repair or to do your therapy as far as that goes, for your shoulder, man, make sure you're giving 110% to it and make sure you're not doing too much because it's just going to cause regression.
Yeah, don't rush it. You'll go farther behind than you were when you first had the injury.
Man.
Another thing, too, is with your diet. If you can't work out, now's the time to really, I'm kind of weird like this. I actually enjoy it. But now's the time to test your body and test your diet and see what actually works. If you can maintain your muscle mass or stay lean or whatever your goal is, if you could maintain that, now's the time where, okay, I can't train, so if my diet's on point and I could still maintain everything, just imagine what happens once I put the training back in.
Absolutely.
So a lot of times people have been training ever since they started working out, they've been working out and they've been eating pretty much, whatever. Now you could get your diet on point, and then you're really going to see how the diet affects you. Like this is where you can really see. You could pencil, write theories and all this stuff, but this is where we're going to see. Look, if I can't work out and my diet's on point, this is your chance to find out what works best for your body. And then once you put the weights back in there, it's game over. Yeah,
I mean, usually it's going to take at least 3 or 4 weeks for your body even start really losing any sort of lean muscle.
Yeah, a lot of people get paranoid. I get paranoid.
Yeah, I would too.
I miss one workout and I'm measuring my arm.
It's like that. So so at that point, but. your nutrition's got to be on point. You got to be making sure that you're eating enough too, because you'll start losing a lot quicker if you're not. It just is what it is. Your
pound
body.
of food, whether you're hungry or not. I know when I can't train, I get a little bit depressed, and it's hard to eat because I'm depressed. So, I mean, just force it down. Get those meals down, get that hydration, get that rest. Yep. You might come back even stronger. You might not have this much time to take rest. I'm so addicted to the gym that if I get a small injury, the rest actually makes me stronger, because it's like, okay, my joints aren't hurting so much because I'm not pounding weight every single day, and my diet's on point. So good luck with the recovery, and that BPC and TB 500 will definitely help with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? If you guys have any questions, concerns, shout them out to us, and we will talk to you guys about it. DC Baker in the house.
Got any crazy stories too? We had a guy a couple weeks back saying that he put Hercules in his abs.
That's Dwayne Day.
Dwayne Day, yes. So if you guys got crazy stories like that, we like to hear them.
For sure.
Let's keep it PG.
Yes, please. So let's get to our first topic today. There was a man who lived in a secret apartment inside the Philly Stadium.
I couldn't believe it. Like, when I was a kid, I used to see all these huge buildings and wonder, like, there has to be a room in there that no one knows about.
Right.
So now when I'm reading this, it was like, wow, like, this guy had an apartment for years in the 70s and 80s. They used to have, it was like a private club. They used to have parties there. Yeah, it was like...
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like for years and years and years he lived there. Like, it was like where he lived.
Right.
And it was like behind a concession stand. It was like a small door. Looked like it was a kind of a closet. You open it up and it was like a whole apartment. He lived there for so many years. I guess when he first started working there, someone had told him about it. It's kind of like an inside thing. So once he took over the place, I mean, I'm assuming he had free electric and free whatever and was living there free for all the years.
Wow.
And if you were an original employee there, maybe that's the reason how we could get in. The badges, I'm not sure. But the article's real interesting.
Wow.
Art's got it up there. I mean, it's crazy.
78-year-old.
78-year-old. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is crazy, man. You know, I mean, that is like, you know, I mean, security is pretty strong at some of these stadiums. So... and you got cameras everywhere now and all this different things.
You can see there, you got keys to the venue back in the day.
He refurbished a concession stand across from his office into the secret residence.
Any old parties.
Oh my God.
Parties there, everything. Celebrities. Celebrities, he probably had the players, everything.
Wow.
Yeah. I would want to see, I'm actually going to do a little bit more research and see if I could actually see pictures of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Just imagine, I mean, if there's plenty of stadiums, there's plenty of big buildings, I mean, it's sure it's going on.
All right, what's going on, Shad? How you doing? All right, what do you think you'll be able to ship to Ohio? We're working on it. I'm sorry. Since COVID, those guys have gotten insane, or the state has. Is there anything I can combine with TRT to still drop weight and still build muscle? For sure. So, GJ Mansilla. So, question was, is there anything I can combine with TRT to still drop weight and still build muscle? Okay, you know, at this point, you know, a good one, if you can utilize it correctly, would be MK677.
Yeah, that was one of the topics I have for today. A lot of times people think MK67 is bloat, big, and they're going to get fat, which isn't true.
Right.
The only reason I have had, or I've done so much research and I've tried it myself, the only way I will get fat off MK677 is if I'm not eating the right food. So obviously, if you're hungry all the time, and every time you get hungry, you're grabbing something and eating it, and the food's not good, you're gonna get big. I mean,
absolutely.
It's kind of like, you know, if you're hungry all the time, then obviously you're going to be eating the wrong food. So what I do, I could eat twice the amount as my normal meals. Like say a normal meal for me, but if I'm trying to lean out, a cup and a half of rice, maybe 8-10 ounces of steak. With MK677, all I do is just double that up. Not so much the steak, but the carbs. So I'll do like 2.5 cups, 10 ounces of steak. So I eat the same stuff, I just eat more. That's how I could stay lean. People automatically, I'm going to get fat, or I'm going to lose my waistline, this and that. I don't lose my waistline, I don't lose anything if my diet's on point. And I was doing research last night. There was a huge study on it. Even older people that are taking MK677.
That's what the original study was on.
Yeah, they're not gaining fat.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're eating properly, if you take two people and they're eating the same, and they're taking MK, one guy's eating, you know, fast food, pizza, ice cream here and there, you know, butter, high sodium, all this stuff, and the other guy's eating, you know, plain chicken breasts, plain rice and plain broccoli with only water, he's not gonna get fat.
No,
like he's gonna get stronger.
Absolutely.
His ligaments are gonna get stronger. He's gonna appear big. He's gonna be, he's gonna swell up. It almost gives you like a full body pump.
It does. Oh, for sure, 100%.
But I'm paranoid about eating because I always want. My main thing now is to keep my waist tight. My waist tight. And with MK, it's weird because I'll eat a whole bunch of food, and then like an hour later, my stomach's growling, and I'll even look down like, what? So it's not the bloat. It's almost like it's pushing it everywhere.
That's crazy.
But yes, you can stay lean. You can even pre-contest. If you're an ectomorph, you could even take MK677 pre-contest.
Yeah.
Going into it because you're going to want to gain muscle.
That's
you're going to be doing your cardio. You're going to be eating clean. You're going to be pounding the water.
That's true.
So it's like, I mean, I'm going to try to give it a little run where I do. I'm actually going to do a low carb and MK. That's going to my next little trial experiment I have where I'm going to do MK677. I'm basically like 20% of the carbs I have now just to see. But you won't get fat on MK if your diet is on point.
I want to see
Simple
that.
as that.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one. The other version, I mean...
Big Drew Classic. Get ready for the Big Drew Classic.
Yes, that's just it.
My own show. The Mirror.
It depends, how fast you want to gain this lean muscle too. So if you're looking for weight loss effect, CJC 1295 is a good version. It's just not going to make you hungry like MK, and you're probably not going to gain as much because you're not eating as much. And it doesn't pop up like IGF-1 levels like MK does. Like MK really does through blood testing we see on patients, and even in the clinical studies, it really does boost IGF-1 levels, and that's I mean, that's basically what it's a GHRH, growth hormone releasing peptide, but that's what growth hormone does too. It releases into the liver, and the liver produces IGF-1, and that gives you all those benefits. So having a higher level is a good thing too, or optimal level per se. So at that point, you guys might want to look into that. The other one, IGF-1.
Yeah, IGF-1.
IGF-1R3, dude.
Yeah.
That therapy that we have is a great one for losing weight and gaining lean muscle tissue too. But it's not going to make you hungry like MK, and you might not be gaining as much because you might not eat as much as you would because it doesn't stimulate the hunger.
Right. But can you take those together?
I mean,
the only reason I ask because I wouldn't take them together, but I know if people say, "Oh yeah, IGF," okay, great, then I'm put them together. So,
I mean, you could, I guess. I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit overboard.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I mean, it could work. That's up to the medical provider and what they want to prescribe as far as that goes. Right. But for me, I guess that would be okay. But like I said, they're going to make the final decision on that. So if you guys want to know about that therapy, or you guys are patients and possibly want to add that onto your therapy regimens, just call or text 727-389-3220. What else?
And again, guys, with the MK, just take it at night before you go to bed. That's the best way I take it. You recover at night. Yeah. It may help you sleep, so that's the best time. I also, if I train at night at 6 p.m., as soon as I'm done training, 7:38, that's when I take it. Literally, I'm sweaty. I'm just finished my set. Boom, now I take it, so that way it kicks in. Everything's recovered. I sleep better. I'm good to go.
Yep. Now, Mikey, the Big Irishman, did bring up a good point on this as far as, gaining muscle and cutting at the same time. You can put together, and I think this is a great combination, is MK677 ECA. And the ECA stack.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
that's a good one, man. I mean, that's the ECA is if you can take it, like, and you're healthy and everything's good, like that to me is number one. Like it's the most inexpensive therapy that we have, and it gives a lot of bang for the buck in a lot of different ways, from focus to energy to weight loss. So you're gonna get
a good sweat too,
for sure.
I can't breathe. I can't have a good workout unless I'm like sweaty, and I know if I take the ECA, I feel like my body's warmed up. Like I mean, it's the ephedrine maybe, but I just feel it more.
It's good. It definitely raises core temperature, man.
So what I'll do is I'll take the ECA before I work out with my Hercules, and then as soon as I'm done, if I take my MK, literally as soon as I drop the last set, I go to the water fountain and pop my MK.
Yeah,
that's at nighttime. If I train in the morning time, I'll take my MK the night before, and then I'll take my ECA first thing in the morning with my Titan Complete before I go train. So.
And pro tip, if you don't want the hunger effect of MK, take it at night before you go to bed. Yeah. If it causes you any, some people, it's all different, right? For everybody, it could be different. So Drew can take it during the day. If somebody can take it, sometimes it makes them lethargic. They want to go to sleep. So just know what's best for you. And, start off by taking it. You can take it on a day that you don't have to do anything per se in the morning. Maybe take it in the morning and see how you feel.
Yeah.
Or you can even take it.
Test it out. Yeah.
Take it at night, like an hour before you go to bed, and see how you feel. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to give you a burst of energy to wake you up or get you where you want to get out of bed. But it should help you go to sleep, and you should have better sleep with MK677 too as well.
I can't use that word today. Uninterrupted sleep. There's nothing better than uninterrupted sleep. So.
That's definitely a good one. Let me see what else we got going on. John, my doctor said I'll give you opiates. I said no thanks. Pay for my BPC 157 and my weed 00. My surgery doctor wants to be part of Titan, so he's gonna check you all out. That's awesome,
nice.
Man. So
no opiates.
Yeah, so that's a common thing, man. And listen, the pain is justified to give you opiates for a small increment of time. And even the law here now, if it's not chronic, and they can change it over to that. I guess it's just a loophole, but it's only written for literally like 3 days or 7 days because of the opiate pandemic, because that was a pandemic itself, epidemic,
especially in Florida.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad down here. 10 years ago.
Yes, yeah, it was really, really, really bad, and we've come a long way as far as that goes. But it is justified because of the pain and stuff like that. But obviously, you don't want to stay on that stuff too long. You don't want to become addicted or need it or anything like that. So
you don't want to have to weed off of that and take another drug to deal with the addiction of that, and then next thing you know, you're just drug after drug from the last one.
No good.
Yeah, it's
no
not
good. No
Not
good. Yeah. All right, so what do we got? Can't wait to get mine. Oh yeah, so Big Irishman's gonna be, dude. You're gonna love the MK677. All right.
Oh, Big Irishman, you haven't tried the MK yet? Yep. I want to know what your weight and lifts are now.
Yeah,
because they're
for
gonna
sure.
jump up.
They are going to jump up.
Yeah, my bench jumps up about 90 pounds, 80, 90. Okay. But not everyone's going to jump up like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I bench heavy, so
I got
automatically assume.
I got you. I'm sorry, D-Fitness. DMK, and love your stories. I'm watching that journey. He's literally busting out cardio. He's putting in some good effort. So big shout out to you too as well. All right, so I missed your thoughts on myostatin inhibiting peptides a couple weeks ago. All right, so what peptides are you talking about exactly? But in myostatin inhibiting peptides. So myostatin, if people don't know what that is, because there might be some people out there that don't know what it is, but there are these cows, okay, and these cows are just muscular, right? And it's kind of the same thing, the myostatin gene. And they're just, I mean, they are jacked, and it's just a natural thing, like their body just does this. And it's because of myostatin. So I don't know how safe these peptides are. That's my big thing, and the source of where they're coming from. That's the other thing. Now, the theory and taking it, I think it's a good one, but I just don't know. Like, I'm being honest with you. Like, there's got to be more studies done on this. I know there's some, but there's not a lot of studies. So that's one thing that I just like a lot of science behind it.
Yeah, I know. Like maybe 10 years ago, myostatin, when it first like hit bodybuilding scene, it was like the craziest thing. You're gonna look like the bull, and this and that.
Remember that?
Yeah, and those bulls look crazy. And a lot of times people thought that the owners were injecting the bulls with something, but they were just naturally that big.
They were naturally that big.
But, when it first, and I couldn't believe the price of it. When I first heard about it, I was like, "There's no way that this is this much."
Yeah.
The price was like an obscene amount.
Yep.
So I would never want to spend that much money on something. I don't know what it's doing in my body. I can't have it regulated. I mean, it's it's kind of like you don't know what you're taking.
You don't.
I mean, a cow may have a deficiency, but what is that? I'm not a cow.
Yeah.
So
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't want to be a cattle. I don't want to get slaughtered by a cattle. I don't want to have to take things like a cattle. But
if something's done, I want it to be tested on something that like a person.
Yeah, I want some clinical studies, some proper ones done. That's the big thing, and then after that, like the source. So the good thing about our peptides is they come from a U.S. licensed pharmacy. That means that they're regulated to the extent of they have to do testing on these different things. Yeah. Concentration testing of what the actual peptide is, because I mean, let's face it, a lot of research and chemical sites are not supposed to be selling it for human use. And they do. They're all over the internet. They're in eBay, Amazon, like all these different places. And there's no regulation to this thing. So they're selling this, which is not supposed to be for human use, but the sites and all these different things are pointed for human use. people are buying it because they think they can buy it offline. And they think, oh, well, this is okay because I'm buying it offline. And at that point, they get it, and they really don't have anything to back it. I mean, where did they get this from? And most of the time, it's coming from China and from lab and stuff like that. I get these obscure emails all the time. I mean, at least 3 or 4 a week. From, this is somebody, John Doe, and I'm calling him or reaching out from manufacturer in China. We have all the best peptides, and we see that you do this. You know, we'd like to sell you these peptides, and here's our list of peptides, and here's the cost for these peptides. Like, it's crazy. So that's where the source is coming from in most circumstances, and they're just reselling or shipping out, and that's it. And
then too, when you have something that says not intended for human use, that's basically saying, oh, if you die, oh well.
That's right. You weren't supposed to be doing this.
Yeah, we told you. So it's kind of like their little disclaimer saying, like, even if this isn't what we say it is, it's not intended for human use anyways.
That's right.
So it's like you could be paying anywhere from $100 to even $1,000 for some of these myostatin type stuff.
Yeah.
And you get it. What if it's just bacteriostatic water? What if it's literally just water, and you get that? And from taking it, it's not like caffeine or something that you're going to take and notice right away.
Yep.
You know, if I take a ECA, I'm like, okay, this is real ECA. I feel this.
Right.
If you guys are taking those peptides or research companies, it's not something you're going to take and be like, okay, yeah, I feel it right away. You're going to have to take it and wait weeks or even months. By the time you find out that the stuff's not working, there's nothing you could do because it says it's not intended for research purposes.
That's true.
And you just wasted all your money. And you got a whole bunch of people saying, like me, I told you so. Right. So it's like, I don't know.
Think about this. I mean, you're injecting in your body. I mean, what's that worth? I guess when you're younger, you have the Superman effect where you think you're invincible and it's not going to happen to me, right? And as you get older, things happen and stuff like that, and you don't have that exact same mindset. My mindset is definitely not like that. Priorities are different. I want to live. I want to be healthy. I got things to do. Where at that point, you know, maybe when I was younger, it really didn't dawn on me, you know, where I wasn't in the situation that I am now. And I think a lot of people are going through that situation where they want to, you know, improve their body aesthetically, internally, you know, they want to gain lean mass and stuff like that. And there's ways to do it, proper ways where obviously you're getting monitored, everything's going right, and you really know what's going on because even blood testing. So I get a lot of people that come here and they've done over-the-counter SARMs or they get these different things. It's one, suppress their natural function. These are 21-year-old kids. Two, their liver is usually in the toilet or very, very high enzymes, ALT, AST. So they're doing damage to their liver. They've suppressed their natural hormone levels as far as testosterone goes. And now, like, what do I do? So at that point, like, you have to give them other medications to even hopefully naturally produce or, you know, spark on their testes to produce testosterone.
And then they're pretty much on HRT from that point on.
It's either that, you know, they might
about
get
half the age they should be to start HRT or needing HRT, you know.
For sure. I mean, you know, a lot of guys, you know, they want to catch up. They want to be big. You know, they want to get there quick. They want instant gratification, and they're like, at whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. Like, I remember watching Rich's video of Boston, and like they were talking about it was like whatever it takes. Yeah. You know, but what does that really cost? You know, that's that's the thing you really got to think about, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
because if you look at all the people that had that mentality, I mean, look at where they're at now, or how they look now, or what they're doing now, or the health problems that they may have now.
Yeah.
So I mean, even guys back in the 80s, I love the old school guys. I always watch these old videos. Those guys back then didn't have the ability to research stuff and Google, hey, what does this do? What does that do? So a lot of those guys have a lot of problems, kidney problems. Yeah. A lot of them have had dialysis. A lot of them have lost kidneys. You got guys losing their legs. All kinds of stuff going on because it wasn't regulated.
For real.
Because it wasn't regulated.
There's a lot more knowledge out there now. I will say that, you know, with some of these guys, and there's a lot of doctors that are back in the way for.
Yeah, I feel like there's no excuse now. I mean, there's
excuse.
Really no excuse. Back in the day, it's like, okay, we don't know. I'm not a doctor. Now it's like, there's Dr. Google will tell you.
There's no excuse.
Dr. Google will tell you what the substance is.
And don't be stupid. Blood test, you know, whatever you're doing, make sure you're blood testing, even if you're not doing any sort of hormones or anabolics or anything like that. Just blood test for your own knowledge, just to know where you're at. Make sure everything's good, right?
It's the best feeling.
Seriously.
When I used to get a headache and be like, oh, my blood pressure's too high.
Yeah.
I might have a heart attack. What's going on? Because I didn't know. Now I get a headache. I'm like, oh, I probably just need to drink a little bit more water. I know I'm fine because my blood work is good.
Yeah, yeah.
I can sleep better at night, you know. You have a little bit of a chest pain as a bodybuilder. You're like, oh, whoa, what's going on?
Yes.
I may have to, you know, take 2 aspirin and, you know, and don't have any salt for a week.
Yeah.
Try to self-diagnose.
For real.
I'm good now. I don't have to worry.
Get monitored, get her correct. All right, so the next thing is, all right, so what do you do if test raises blood cell count? All right, so when you take hormone replacement like testosterone or any anabolics, it might raise red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit. Now, red blood cell count can be raised in different ways too, like sleep apnea and stuff like that. So when it gets raised like this, the best thing to do, or even if you're on HRT, is go try to donate. Right, go to the Big Red Bus if you're here in Florida, or Red Cross, or whatever it is. They want the blood. Trust me. You don't have to tell them when you're on testosterone or anything like that, but go in there, donate blood. Just tell them you're feeling generous. At that point, you can get rid of some of the plasma like that. Because the question was given to me yesterday by somebody else. Hey, John, can I take aspirin and just use that, and that won't thicken my blood like that and stuff like that? It'll thin it out. Now, aspirin does thin blood. 81 milligrams is a baby aspirin, okay? And ECAs have 30 milligrams in it, which is even less. Here's the difference. You can thin out your blood a little bit, but when hemoglobin, hematocrit, red blood cell count are all high, it's really you getting rid of that plasma out of there, and that's what you really got to do. So you might spare yourself a little bit of time, thinning the blood out with aspirin, but it's like putting a band-aid over a bleeding wound again. You don't want to do that, and you want to make sure. Signs, that was the other thing. Like, hey, John, what are some of the signs when you have these things? Biggest ones I can tell you is headaches, constant headaches. And you don't usually get headaches. You're not dehydrated, because you get headaches from being dehydrated and stuff like that. The other one is being lethargic. So if you're having headaches constantly, you're lethargic, and you're not usually lethargic, this is something you should look at. And at that point, you can tell what's going on. You can even get little testers at home that will test different things that you can prick yourself and test it. But the best thing is to donate. Now,
it's kind of like a car, guys. If you guys have a car and you need an oil change, you don't just throw more oil in it. You don't just throw the synthetic cleaner in it. You don't just additive, try to clean it out, flush it down. You literally have to unplug it, get the old out of oil, put the new one in. Kind of like what he's saying. You got to get that plasma, get that blood out, then start flushing, as opposed to just diluting what's already there.
Absolutely. So that's one big thing. Now, if you go to try to donate, they won't let you donate for some reason. Then you're going to have to get a therapeutic phlebotomy. That's a prescription from a physician that you could take to these centers, and then they have to do it. It's a prescription from the doctor or medical provider, and it states how much. Now, usually it's 500 mLs, okay? That's what usually will take from you as far as a therapeutic phlebotomy. Now, the duration is like, it's pretty quick, but you're going to want to do it, like, I guess, every week or whatever the medical provider suggests, every month. They'll be able to prescribe that and do it so you guys are good. You don't want to over-donate either, because that will...
You want to suck yourself dry.
Dude, that can cause serious issues too, health issues. So don't want that. So it's all about harmonic balance. Don't go extreme in either direction.
And don't try to do it yourself.
Oh, my God, dude.
I don't care how many injections you've taken. I don't care how long you've done it. I don't care if you have the right size gauge needle and all the equipment.
Oh, my God.
Don't blood dump yourself. Do it the right way. Go to a place and actually get it done professionally, medically, real way. You'll have a whole nother issue trying to go into it. It's not just like doing a HRT shot, guys. You have to find the vein. You have to do all this. I have no clue how to do it, and I have no problems taking injections. I would never do something like that.
Listen,
do
guys,
not do it yourself.
Here's the thing, all right? So when you're pulling your blood, now you could probably say, like, if you're a medical professional and stuff like that, like, oh, I can pull my own blood, no problem. You might have a little bit more knowledge than the average person, but it's the average person's doing this, pulling blood. If for some reason something goes wrong, you don't take off the tourniquet properly or at the time you need to, you pass out, something happens, you bleed out, you're dead. Okay. And even if you have somebody there, if they're not properly trained to know if something goes wrong, what to do, you're going to be in a world of hurt, and they're going to call 911. It's just not worth it. I know these people, and trust me, they get the kits on Amazon. It's real simple to get the kit, and then they do it. Like, I've literally had patients, because we've been doing this 9 years, so I've pretty much seen and heard it all. I mean, things I wouldn't even think about.
I've heard some horror stories about people, like, back in the day trying to, before I even knew about blood work and before I even knew about this and that, I would hear stories where, like,
you know, and it's one thing. It's one thing to a medical professional hook up your own IV. That I could see that, but you're not pulling blood. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, and then going in to a muscle or sub Q is just like, all you gotta do is just push it in.
Yeah.
Coming out is no. Even if you guys have an abscess or you guys have a lump because of, you didn't do your injection properly, don't go in there with an 18 gauge needle and try to pull it out of there. Get it looked at. Don't do that. I've seen that too. Guys have a knot on their glute because they took some bathroom made unprescribed testosterone. I got some test 500. 500 really? You're gonna put 500 milligrams in 1 ml? That's
crystallize.
It's crystallizing in your glute. Now you have like a golf ball.
Oh man,
sticking
it's
out
never
of your glute.
going away.
And then what they try to do is they don't realize that is crystallized. That's not just fluid.
Yeah.
So you can't just go in and pull it out.
Yeah.
It's like trying to pull, hard pebbles through it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
It's like sugar in a carpet.
Yeah.
Like you can't pull it like that without pulling the
you have
carpet
to literally
with
just
it, right?
wait for those crystals to go away. You got a
Hopefully.
heating pack, and then you might have scar tissue because and then you have a lumpy glutes like you see those guys on stage. Their glutes aren't striated; they're lumpy because their injections are all
disproportionate looking.
I
mean, it does not look good, man.
Nah.
I've seen it happen with a lot of different injections as far as I go. Like
your glutes are so shredded. No, those are knots because you didn't do your injection properly. If I see three bumps, like bump, like that's not muscle. That's
it's so hard. That's the injection.
It's scar tissue and crystallized.
All right, so DMK said I take the ECA, I wear cutting weight vest for cardio. After an hour, I look like I just got out of the shower, fully dressed. Definitely put in it. I've definitely seen it. I'm taking 1,000 micrograms in 2 places in my hamstring. Nice. Hog squat. So hopefully that's going to help you recover that hamstring. DMK, I'm down 25 pounds in February and 12 pounds in March from the ECA stack.
Wait. 12? Wait, what is
25 pounds in February and 12 pounds in March.
37 pounds since
2
February.
months.
ECA.
2 months.
That's
awesome. Please.
What was your starting weight? What's your current weight? That's real good.
DMK, I'll hook you up with something.
That's like double good.
I would definitely, if you don't mind, like, when you want to, or if you feel comfortable enough, man, I would love a testimonial on that. And I'll hook you up or give you some free Titan gear or something to help you out. I appreciate it, man. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that, dude. That's great.
We love hearing stuff.
Yeah, like hell yeah. That's awesome. All right, hyper massage, what's going on? All right, I know there are some places trying to push it, but I've never seen any really research. Yeah, so I haven't seen any on humans either. So
it's like all this stuff comes out every 5-10 years.
Yeah,
man.
it's
I haven't heard of myostatin in
it's
forever.
Recycled garbage.
If these guys are really this big, and like it was like the big thing. Oh, that must be what Ronnie Coleman. That must be what Big Rami's taking. No, they're not taking myostatin.
They ain't taking myostatin.
They're eating and training and doing it. It's crazy.
I mean,
there's no secret drug out there you can take to make you look like the bull.
No.
Unless you genetically look like the bull to begin with.
Yes.
And then take some MK or something like that. Then he might even blow up even more. But I mean,
for sure. Coastline K9. Man, Eric, I'm going to be reaching out to you personally, man. This guy's got some attack trained dogs down here. He does protection dogs. Good. Might have to hook up and get one of those dogs.
Might have to get one for Sharice and Amanda. They go for a walk.
That's what I'm saying,
take
right?
Dogs with you. Me and John can chill over here.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Dude, I definitely looking forward to that. Bob Kahn, Daddy Shock, Mo 3. All right. I did tons of homemade training DMP back in the day. That was probably why my liver enzymes were dangerously high.
Yeah, DMP is the most dangerous thing you can take. If you guys don't know what DMP is, don't even look it up.
Yep. The Booty God is on. I have to see that little formula you gave to Nicole, man. Chains, WMMA, what's going on? Bully Nation, Impel CEO. Wow, there's so many people on. Mia TV installation. I'm down 100 pounds.
100 pounds?
I'm down 100 pounds since September 15th, 2020.
Who
it's
is
DMK
this?
Fitness.
Who?
DMK Fitness.
100?
100 pounds since September 2020. So we're not even in a full year yet. And you've lost 100 pounds.
Wow. What was your starting weight and what's your current weight? That's crazy. Even if you weighed 600 pounds, that's good. So, I mean, I'm not asking for that. The percentages, that's just crazy. 100 pounds, I could never.
Wow.
I don't know if I could
fantastic,
ever.
man.
I love seeing stuff. You know me, I love seeing
Seriously,
stuff.
man.
100 pounds is.
That's inspirational. It's motivational. Like, you know, a lot of people, they need to hear these different things, you know. I mean,
shoot me a before and after pic. I'll post it and give you a shout out. I love stuff like that.
We get things all the time like, you know, why does everybody in your company look like they're bodybuilders or they're fitness people? Like, you know, I'm the average person. Like, that's not me. Like, I don't want to be like that. Like, you know, I just want to lose some weight. Like, okay, all right, so. Yes, me or Big Drew or some of the different Titan fam, you know, they're conscious about their appearance. They've been athletes or been training for a very long time and doing this for a very long time, and you know they're out there to help people. So we want to help people, you know, get to their best. You know, I think that's the biggest thing because we really know how to do it. We've been doing it for a long time, and you know, are you going to trust somebody that looks like him? Are you going to trust somebody that looks like dad bod, and I don't mean that disrespectful, like 200 or 300 pounds, and at 5'4", you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and not in a good way either. I'm talking about BMI over 30, which is obese. You know, there's a lot of people out there that fit that BMI, you know. And
yeah, we got plenty. The people you see in the videos or at the expos or at the events, that's a small percentage. Like,
right.
There's way more average, I don't like to use this term, but for lack of a better term, soccer moms out there.
Yeah.
Just regular people that don't even work out that use our stuff. There's way more of those than the guys, you know, that look like me or look like Rachel or whatever the case may be. I mean, that's just what you see. If you read a magazine about a fat burner, which are garbage, I don't believe in that stuff. I'm just saying, if you read a magazine about they're going to put someone in there that plays the part.
Right.
They're not going to put the average person, you know, say if it was a woman that weighed, you know, say she was 180 and now she's down to 145. They may not put that in there. They're going to put what your goal should be, what their goal is. So even if it's something as small as advertising, you know, a waist trainer, they may advertise someone that looks like me or someone that's like a skinny bikini looking girl with a little waist for the waist trainer, but the most people that are buying those waist trainers are people that have it on under their clothes because they're trying to get their waist better.
Absolutely.
We cater to everybody, guys. Like, there's plenty of stuff you're not going to take something and all of a sudden in 2 months
and look like Drew.
Yeah, you're not going to gain
a
lot of muscle or this and that. You know, I'm interested to see what the ladies are taking. We always got guys calling and we hear all these stories, this and that. I want to know what the ladies are taking. I want to know what the soccer moms are taking. Not just the athletes and the shredded people and the fitness.
Yeah.
The quote-unquote people that don't even work out, that are using our stuff, that's what I want to hear about.
Absolutely. It's great to share these stories. And DMK said he was 385 when he started. So
285 now?
285 now.
Hey, we're the same weight, baby.
Huge.
We got less than 5 minutes, gentlemen.
What up, Kelly Lombardo? How you doing? I've been singing your praise. I appreciate all the referrals, and they'll be documenting that. We'll be hooking you guys up. If you do send somebody, we always like to hook our patients up or people up with something for that. I appreciate that. Don Julio says about to check out the website, the installation of the fire. We appreciate that. I wish I knew you going in my spine surgery in January of 2020. And he had spine surgery. So it's pretty serious.
Wrap it up pretty soon.
Yep. Greeting, fellas. I've been on the fence with TRT. I don't have any kids yet, and I'm 39 years old. I don't want to kill my sperm count. No problem.
HCG.
Yep. So if you do hormone replacement therapy properly, you should have some different components with testosterone. One is HCG, or something for gonadal support, to make sure your testes do not shut down. No suppression, no low semen production. That's the biggest thing out there. A lot of people say, I'm just going to take tests, or general practitioners just put you on testosterone. And you go on testosterone, and at that point what happens is that signal from your brain to your testicles shuts down. Testicles start, going through atrophy and suppression. Low semen production happens, and that's like the myth of you're going for infertility as a male on testosterone, causing infertility issues. It won't happen with HCG or some gonadal support.
The HCG is potent, guys. On the flip side of it, if you're trying to have a baby,
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Oh,
I know
for
a
sure.
lot of the guys that I know, these guys are older. These guys
Yep.
have done having kids.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, they're taking an HCG.
Yep.
Next thing you know, their wife or girlfriend gets pregnant. So
Yep.
if you're trying to have a kid,
Yep.
come to Titan, jump on that HCG. Your sperm is going to be like
Absolutely.
potent, like ready to go.
And we've got FSH that we do, so
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, that's another big one that we've been doing a lot of, because, you know, people, you know, right now is the big, they're saying by, I believe it was 2024 or somewhere around, or 2054, excuse me, the doctor, and I did this on Titan Talk, was talking about, an epidemiologist, was talking about infertility. And that we'd probably be at like 60 to 7% of everybody being infertile by that point. Right now that we know lower semen production is happening right now, and people have lower sperm counts than ever. So it's something really crazy. So we have stuff that will boost that, stimulate the FSH, the follicle stimulating hormone, the luteinizing hormone, which will kick it on and help you guys out.
Yeah, people are having kids later and later now. Women, I mean, it used to be like 35 is too old. Now it's moving up to 40. And people, women are having kids 35, 40. So.
Wrap it up, gentlemen.
How much time we got, Art?
I would say like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right, 2-minute warning. All right, so we were going to go over these other topics. Panda Express employee forced to strip down in trust bullying activity. So what happened real quick was they had, you know, the employees go there. This chick's been working for Panda Express for 3 years, wants a promotion, and the only way they could get this promotion is they went through this training. This company, who is a third-party company, came in, and they made them do this trust building exercise where they made this girl strip down to her underwear and panties, or bra and her panties, and have a guy strip down to his underwear, and at that point made him hug in front of all these different people.
Oh my!
This is something that really happened.
At Panda Express, regardless where it happened. I mean,
Yeah. So they were in a room, obviously, and it was
You think
the
you're gonna
other
get away with it?
employees were there, and they had to strip down. So Panda Express, corporate, they released something that said, we didn't know about this. We're looking into this and doing an investigation. Obviously, we're not doing business with this third party company anymore. So this chick is suing them, and she's probably going to win if this really did happen.
Yeah,
And it
she
looks
better
like
win.
from all the people in the room that wrote statements on it that it really happened.
Yeah.
So don't do that, for promotion at that point. You're selling yourself short for something like that. People are going to get in trouble for sure on this
I don't understand how someone feels that they could do that and not, like, someone's going to say something.
Absolutely.
But the thing is how long has this been going on? Has it been going on for years? And this is the first time people have come out and said something?
Yeah.
Are they trying to bribe them with something? You'll lose your job if you say anything or whatever. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know.
Chosen, what's up, guys? Just ordered
Panda's
that Hercules
canceled till they
potion.
clean that up for me.
Right?
They're canceled for me until they clean that up.
Exactly.
Wrap it up, gentlemen.
All right, guys, we're finishing up. If you guys are in Orlando, listen, if you guys want to go to the Festival of Speed, contact us or DM us. I've got like 25 tickets for free I'm going to give out. So if you're in Orlando, or you'll go to Orlando if you want to Sunday for the event of Festival of Speed, you got a free ticket from Titan Medical Center. But you got to DM us at least by Saturday.
Tristan, you heard that? I know you're in Orlando.
Yes.
You and your girlfriend, bodybuilders, good friends
Yeah.
of mine. If you guys heard that, hit us up.
Yep. All right, so Chosen said he just ordered his Hercules potion. He's really excited. We are super excited for you when you get to use it. If you have any questions, let us know.
Nice.
Listen, check it out. Make sure everything is good. You're going to get a hell of a pump. Great recovery. Let us know how it goes next week. Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew, Fridays, every Friday at 2 p.m. Sorry we were a little late today. We'll make sure that we're on time next time for you guys. All kinds of events coming up. Stick and stay tuned to our social media that'll have this different schedules and everything on there. I think that's about it.
That's pretty much it, guys. If you want to watch this show again, go to your podcast, type in Titan Lifestyle. You can watch this show. You can watch all our previous shows. Also, go to my Instagram, to my profile. Click on that. It'll give you the full lineup, our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook, our new patient paperwork. And also check out Titan Talk on Tuesdays with John at 6 p.m. and the Titan Lifestyle Show on Sundays on ABC at 11 a.m.
So we'll see you guys next week. We appreciate it. I'm John.
Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.
Late. This is Titan Lifestyle.